Hello and welcome to Top of the World. Strange name for a channel, Top of the World. Why'd you call it Top of the World, Simon? Today's 7:52. Saturday, 7th of October, 2023. Here comes my Arctic dog. We're both in our happy places this morning. I'm sat in my new sawmill building. He's out playing in the snow. He's very happy. He was delighted yesterday. So this is our first snowfall of the year. Stunning, just stunning. It wasn't a little snowfall, as you can see. This is our first snowfall. 7th of October, 2023. Beautiful. In my life, I've had some good views from my chair and some not so good views from my chair. I think that you'll all agree that's the most stunning view. Yeah, for me. Chimney's alight, look. Smoke pouring from the chimney. So he's off tracking things. I don't know whether he smells better in the snow or whether he can use his smell and his vision, but we have an Arctic hare that during the winter lives under the hot tub over there. I'm also aware I have a cat. Now I don't know how long I've had a cat, and I saw it for the first time. It looks a bit like a Maine Coon, I've got to tell you. I saw it for the first time about 5 or 6 weeks ago, and it lives somewhere under the rear canopy there. But of course now it's snowed, you can see its tracks in and out, and I've just seen a glimpse of Casper disappear past the gap. He's on the, I think he's on the trail of the hare. So it didn't snow overnight, it did freeze. You can quite clearly see from my tracks there. 6 or 7 inches, that is. I'm a bit reluctant to put the plough on. But if I bring you out here to the road, you'll see that's more than deep enough to require ploughing. It's nice to have snow in the sun. You can see the sun, it's hitting there. Normally when we got snow this time of the day would still be in complete darkness. So it's quite fascinating. Well, we did say with the amount of rain that we've been having, if that gets cold, that's going to convert to an awful lot of snow, and it has done, an awful lot of snow. Anyway, I didn't think I'd be using the plough quite so early. Well, that on the end of the course. It's beautiful this morning, absolutely beautiful. I don't think it's too cold. It's below freezing, but quite what the temperature is, I'm not sure. Quite where my dog is, there he is. Come on. Let's retreat to the inside and warm our hands. On in. So I've finished a lot of the major jobs, but now I've got to do a bit more in the yard. We walk the dog I don't know, half an hour ago, had a quick cup of coffee, come out to start in the yard, and it's the 6th of October. I've come out to start in the yard. Well, that's not gone well, has it? That's not gone well at all. I haven't finished yet. I'm nearly there. So there's me. Always between the 14th and the 16th of October, the first snow. Well, the 6th, so we're early. Right. Well, I suppose the first job is put the chains on the tractor then. Oh. No. That's the second job. First job is to change the tyres on the van. We need to put the studded tyres on. Right. Let's go and get suitably equipped for the winter then. So some of you know, of course, and some of you live it, but for those that don't know, every vehicle has 2 sets of wheels. A set of wheels with summer tyres on and a set of wheels with winter tyres on. Unless it's just a summer car, in which case it's now off-road and garaged. So then there is a last legal date to which you must have your winter tyres on. And then there is a date 1 month prior to that. Our date was the 5th of October, where you can put your winter tyres on. However, depending on where you live, you can run your winter tyres outside of these times. So there's definitely 4 months of the year where you must drive with winter tyres. It's illegal. It's a rule. It's a law to drive with summer tyres in the winter. But there is a month either side of that to where you can put them on, and then there's outside of that time. Well, our date for changing our wheels was yesterday. And I was going to do it yesterday, and then I thought, no, do you know what, I'll just finish. And today is today, and today I've got to put them on. And the other thing I like to do is I like to put the chains on the tractor before it gets too cold. I can't feel them. The first few years I put the chains on in just, you know, -15, -20, deep snow. Oh, I like to lay on the ground, and I just thought about putting the chains on yesterday when I thought about changing the tyres. Anyway, will this stay? Unlikely, but it is our first snow. Is it going to be a complete layer of snow before the end of the day? Oh yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let's change the wheels. Over here is my wheel corner. And here we just see, well, why have you got all these wheels and tyres, Simon? Every vehicle has to have 2 sets of wheels. I've got our first Volvo down the front there. There's a set of winter tyres here for that. Then there's the Volkswagen, right? There's a set of winter tyres here for that. Then there's the Transit, there's a set of winter tyres here. Then there's the Mercedes Sprinter, there's a set of summer tyres there for it. Now I grant you, some of these vehicles no longer run. All of these vehicles no longer run. However, I've still got the tyres and wheels. And then when we sold Sarah's little car, we've still got the summer tyres on that. And the reason I've still got the summer tyres for that is we didn't realise we were actually going to be able to sell it. We thought that was going to have to go to scrap, and I just put the tyres on it. So there's brand new tyres here anyway. Anyway, these are the 3 we want. And the 4th one is the spare. Should be in the back. Underneath there somewhere. Oh yeah. Yep, there it is. There we go. So this van does actually have a spare, but it's rusted, corroded to the underneath of the van. Who knows how long it's been there? Anyway, I just put one of the other wheels in the back there for a spare. So this is our winter tyres. So not only do they have all the snow grip in them, but they're studded. See the metal studs? And I have driven here with a large trailer in a large van with unstudded snow tyres. It's not a good idea, and the unstudded snow tyres are absolutely no good on the ice. And for those that you don't know, we drive on the ice and snow for six months of every year. So anyway, let's change the wheels. I'm not the only one that enjoys the first snow of the year. My chimney is smoking a lot. It's because I just let it, once that old flue warms up, that'll clean up. That'll burn all that gas off. No, I'm not. You're all wet. I'll take your ball. He's happy now. He just loves the winter. That's where he's in his happy place. Yeah. It's about 3 hours later, I'd say. Maybe 2 hours later. I carried on cleaning up the yard, getting some wood in. Carried on snowing. Carried on snowing. Carried on snowing. we've got some welding to do now, so we'll go inside because outside's becoming a bit restrictive already. We're in the bowels of the building. I know some of you are interested in some of the aspects of how have you done that? Some of the aspects of life. How are my chickens? Come on, girls. Yeah. They're good. Happy to be where they are. Could be worse, you could be out in the snow, couldn't you? Yeah? So they're all good. And then of course, the furnace. It has to be alight all the time now. We're done with packing out the cellars with wood. Yeah. That's a bit. Oh, it's nice and warm in here. And then there's a bit more. And there's my furnace going. And then my wood room. How's my wood room looking? You're gonna like this. So that is it, rammed. So for those that don't know how big this room is, there is a video on renovating the wood room, which I did last year in order that I could do this, and I got enough room for my dehumidifier and get to my kindling, and the rest is stacked wall to wall to the ceiling, and that goes all the way back to the chute, and the chute is full up. Have I got enough wood inside for the winter? Yeah, I think so. And I never used to do this. It was only 2 years ago in the winter when my back went and I just became a cripple, as in I couldn't walk at all. Sarah had to manage the entire place by herself, and it's a big place. Quite how she done it for 3 months, I don't know, but I was unable to walk for 3 months until my operation. From the time that my disc ruptured, I had a herniated disc that then ruptured, thus the teeth that I'm missing, which is so obvious. When it ruptured, my jaw closed, smashed my own teeth out. Anyway, 3 months as an absolute cripple before they operated. She did everything. So now what I do is I get all the wood for the winter downstairs, just in case. Anyway, still can't survive without my dehumidifier when you've got that much room wood underground. And we'll just put a couple of logs on, and well, we don't need to go and warm up now because we're here. There we go, that's good for another hour. And just in case anybody's interested, a lot of you remember the pump and tank and this whole system that I put in there to stop the overflow and sending any glycol from my system down the drain. Works perfectly. We've lost no glycol in the system. We have a complete recirculation system. It is an open vented system, not a pressurised system, just because of the sheer size of the building. And we have a large tank right on the very top floor in the attic. Yeah, you don't need a pressurised system. And this behind there is all my tanks where we store the hot water. The last few days the furnace has been on, so we have the ability to be able to store lots of hot water. It's always strange, you know, it takes 4 hours to heat the tanks of water in the summer when you need hot water, and we run, I'm sure most of you'll know, our washing machine, our dishwasher, everything runs straight from the hot water. Nothing is plumbed into the cold that uses electricity. But of course in the winter we have our furnace running, well now we do, and it will run and I can produce hot water anytime I like. And as a refresh, this is my heating system. Right, there are no electronics up there. There are many valves, right, that all need to be turned, opened and closed manually when you're going from radiators to hot water. When you have the wood spiss, the wood stove in the kitchen running, everything's valved. The new pipes you see here, this one and this one, these all run from here all the way up to the very top floor, or the second from top floor, which is where our accommodation is and where the kitchen spiss is. And yeah, it's well, it's an old school. It's a major operation. Through the winter, you're little more than a caretaker for the building and for the village. So the furnace, it needs feeding. When you get to below -25, you'll need to feed it every hour or so, which is 24 hours a day. If the temperature drops below -25, then me and my Sarah, we have to take shifts in keeping this alight. It's not so bad now we've got glyco in the system, but for a few years, right, the water system that we have here was just water. And did we lose sections of the building? Yeah, the way this building is plumbed into 4 quarters. I've explained this before. And in some places the pipework goes into the concrete, and if you lose the pipes in that concrete, you'll knock out all floors 1/4 of the building. It's quite a major thing. But now we've got glyco in the system. It only took me 4 years to be able to afford to put glyco in the system. Now we've got glyco in the system, we haven't got a problem of freezing. So yeah, so you're through the winter, you're basically just a caretaker of the building, and with the snow ploughing and the village, and that's it. There's no time for anything else. So and there's no rest. So you can't go up of an evening and put your feet up, because every hour you've got to come down. I can't remember how many it is. 84 stairs to refill this. There's no. It's the most economical way to be able to live here. So. Can you put geothermal heat in? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you'll need to take out a huge loan to be able to do that. Well, that's not an option. And then you need a really good job, because you couldn't run a place this size on geothermal heating on a pension or the kind of money I earn. You give all your money to the electricity company and some, and that's just not even an option. All right. I'll leave it there. Thank you for joining me. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.